Okay, so Jen, what would you like coaching on today?
Well, I would like to coach on some stuff around my business and really like embracing who I am and what I offer and like weaving that then into the marketing so it's clear.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So tell me who you are.
Okay. So my name is Jenn Colombo, and I am an artist, a creative guide, and I also create journals and card decks, both for myself as well as for other people, and teach them how to do so.
Beautiful. And tell me, I know you had sent me in advance, there was a write-up that you were like really loving. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that said? Because I feel like it was way deeper than and very accurate of like what you offer. So give me a little bit a sense of that.
Yeah. Want me to read it? Or do you want to read it?
No, I want you to read it
Okay.
because it's your voice.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read the write-up that was sent to me the other day. And I read it and was like, oh my gosh, this is who I am, but I'm not like fully embodying it.
Yeah.
So, you are a divine creator with the ability to tap into your inner visions to give life to a reality that you have only dreamed of. Deep within you is the key to everything you've ever desired. You possess the potential for unlimited wisdom, truth, and creation. How do you access this infinite well of resources? This is where Jenn comes in. Jenn has a lifelong journey to empower the collective to heal through art. Her mission began with her explorations in the art field, attending SUNY Purchase to attain a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Scenery Design. This was followed by a decade of work in the entertainment industry. Her trajectory as a fine artist in theatrical scenery design is woven into her current work. Her artistic passion and gifts eventually led to the embrace of a higher calling based on healing and shifting energy through art. After taking nutrition classes and getting certified in Reiki, she began to play in the world of various energetic modalities. While immersed in this space of energy and transformative practices, she began to receive messages from the divine to resume painting. However, there was a twist. She had to unlearn all of her previous knowledge and let go of the rules that she had been taught in order to paint from her heart and soul. Her inner guidance led her to receiving messages that were channeled from spirit, which won numerous awards and granted her recognition as a local artist. Her work is powerfully and transformational. When you work with Jenn, she's guiding you into co-creation with spirit while lighting up the connection between your subconscious mind and your ability to manifest the tangible into this world. She facilitates a link between your spirit and your guides. She takes you on a journey to explore your own inner wisdom and soul. It's incredibly freeing experience to simply be one with your writing instrument and to play in the magic of creation without structure or rules to limit your messages from the divine. Although the process is playful and entertaining, this is a powerful work that initiates massive shifts. You become a vessel through which energy and vibration are expressed in physical form. These energetic portraits catalyze a ripple effect in your life by opening you to divine flow in all areas of your life and business. They stimulate insight and wisdom in a fun and profound way. With this work, your blocks can be revealed and released. Jenn is a conduit who opens the connection between your subconscious mind and your ability to birth your visions and dreams into physical realm. There is no limitations, no boxes, and no rules. You become the ultimate creator as you pull in messages and follow the intuitive breadcrumbs that your soul has left for you. Whether you bring a pen or a paintbrush, the true medium is always magic.
Beautiful. So, I know you were reading, so you didn't get to see what was going on.
Did not get to see, yes.
But I thought I'm going to tell you what I saw.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, they were not really giving me a lot of feedback. In like the very first was like a resume a little bit. But when you got into like the more spiritual things about energy and the divine and pulling in, I don't remember all the words because I was really just watching the horses. Mm-hmm. Both Brandy and Hoorah were giving me two sets of feedback. One was that it was very vulnerable because they were touching their nose to, there's an area I can point to it right here. You see this area right here?
Yeah.
Hi, baby. Thank you for, sorry to go point at your most sensitive part of your body, but that's the most sensitive part of their body. And when they put their nose to that, they're sensing some vulnerability happening. Mm-hmm. And they both did it. And they did it at two different times, but it was towards the end when it was getting into like the really deep spiritual stuff. But at the same time, they were also Brandy was giving more of this feedback. She was dipping her nose into the water, which meant she was drinking, and she felt really safe. She feels really safe with you, that she's so safe that she was willing to drink. Horses are flight animals, so they will run away from anything that threatens them. Predators in the wild, when they come up to a herd of horses with the inside intention to feed on the herd, but the outside expression to socialize, that's called incongruency. That means that there's something energetically not correct, and they don't trust that, so they run away from it. And that's why they're one of the oldest surviving animals on the planet, because their survival skills are so acute, which is why this works really well, because we're predators and they're prey. And they're going to show me when they want to, like right now, Brandy's feeling really good because she's eating. When she's eating, she feels safe. When there's a threat or a danger, they're going to run away, and they don't have time to stop and eat and do all of that type of work. So they're going to really eat when Jenn is congruent, when her inside intention is matching her outside expression. So when she's in her truth, that's when they're going to do those things. So I noticed that the two of the, that I think it was Brandy turned around when you got to the end of the paragraph, and she started to walk closer to you, which also means that she's feeling safer and safer with you. And then at the end, Hoorah turned, and I know there was something distracting going on over there, but then he turned right back around. So when I say that to you based on what you read, how does that feel? Does that feel like, how does it land on you?
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that they were showing like, oh, there's some vulnerability there, because when I initially read this write up, I was kind of like, wow, that's who I am. I haven't like fully claimed it. And the truth is, like, we're taught not to do this as kids. So I started thinking about, well, I'm sure at some point when I was a kid, somebody shut something down in me when I was expressing like that magic or excitement around it. Okay. And I know that that's something I have to work through or figure out what it is so I can let it go. Actually, I don't need to. I could just let it go right now, right?
If you'd like. It's totally available to you.
Just be like, I'm just going to let that story go. It's not mine. Yeah. And like really fully own it. And I think it felt more vulnerable when it was more about me versus like the activity that I have people do.
Okay. So what is it about you that's making it feel a little more vulnerable? Can you just be a little bit more specific?
Yeah. It's kind of like really like embracing like, this is who I am, or will it be perceived as odd or weird, or like, what is she talking about? I think
so when you have your best client with you,
yeah,
do they think you're odd or weird?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. What do they think?
They think that it's amazing and transformational.
Right. So there's like, let's see, 7.8 billion people on the planet.
Yeah.
And do you think all of them are going to be wanting to do your work?
No. Okay. And I don't want all of them anyway.
Yeah. You want the people that are interested in doing the work that you facilitate, right?
Yeah. Who are open-minded, open-hearted, willing to like make mistakes in quotes, willing to like step up and like try something new, try something maybe uncomfortable, be willing to like see where the adventure goes.
Yeah. And also, like when we think about how art is created, how is art created?
I mean, what I have learned from doing unlearning is that although I have technique behind me, technique is not what drives any of it. It's all pure raw emotion and like heart and soul, what people respond to.
But where does the art come from?
Where does the art come from?
Yes.
I don't know. It just comes through me. Like I just say like I'm just a conduit. Like it just.
Dare I say it comes from maybe divine?
Divine, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not mine.
It's not yours.
I am just the conduit to bring forth the vision.
And I talk to lots of artists, and that is a common thread of where art comes from. I was having dinner with a friend last night, and he plays guitar, he won't claim that he's a musician. He's like, no, I just play the guitar. And I asked him, where does it come from? And he started talking about he had listened to John Mayer talk about how he's playing with Grateful Dead, and that he's like, I don't know where it comes from, but Jerry he's like, I don't know the music. Jerry just comes in and starts playing. And he's the conduit for Jerry's music. And I think it's the same thing with any expression of art. It doesn't matter how much technique or things that you learn, has to do with that. So when I say that, is it really about you?
No, it's about other people.
Well, it's about other people, and it's about being the conduit.
Yeah.
So the only thing you need is to get out of the way.
Yes.
Of your business, right? There's a spirit of your business.
Yeah.
That's coming through you and creating all of these things that you have to offer. The journals, the oracle decks, the energy art, all the things that you do. What do you think the spirit of your business wants? Just close your eyes for a moment and just check in with what is the spirit. How does the spirit of your business want you to move forward?
Okay, so the first words that were coming in even before you finished, so we'll start with that. We're moving forward in joy and play and fun. And oh, that's interesting. That's such a vague term, but it's coming through. Expression.
So what would be a joyful, playful expression that you could do? What is joy and play and expression want?
Well, it feels like it's bigger than just putting it to paper. Oh, they want to be acknowledged and honored.
And just open your eyes and watch what Brandy is doing. Well, now she moved because I have you looking at her. But she was very restful. She had her, like, when they're in that, like, their sort of back leg is very relaxed. That means they're very happy. And then I drew attention to her and she's like, nope, I'm gone. So how do you feel about joy and expression and all of that? I just want to keep my...
It feels fun, easy, almost too easy. That's just a story.
What if ease is the way? How could ease be the way of creating a business?
I would love ease to be the way. Ease would just be following all of the breadcrumbs that I receive. And I have been doing that, although sometimes I get caught up in getting distracted from just following the breadcrumbs, if that makes sense.
So just talk to me about the thing that's getting in the way of you stepping into this. Is it just about thinking about your childhood, or is it something else?
No, I think it's about like owning it now and talking about it and sharing it more and just accepting that some people will stay and more will come in, and some people will be like, what on earth is this girl talking about, and leave, and that's okay.
Yeah. And do you want to be around the people who want to leave?
No.
Okay. So like when we talked about the 7.8 billion people on the planet that are really coming towards you, and some will back. You want to think about the people who actually want what you are wanting. Is also the reason you're creating it is because there's...
Yeah.
And so your job is to trust that they are coming. Or actually that they're already here.
Yes. Or and more are coming.
Then more are coming. But I just mean that they're already here. You don't really have to do much except maybe make an offer, right?
Right.
Okay. So what can you do? Give me an example of what you could do to step forward this full expression of you.
Well, I could share more about my story, like both in newsletters and on posts. It's not something I really talk about.
Okay.
I mean, I've talked about it, but not really like.
And what would be the benefit of you sharing your story? What would benefit the client, potential client, of you sharing your story?
Well, I think some potential clients could relate to my story of having to like unlearn stuff that, you know, was keeping me from like my true creative self.
Yeah.
Snacks.
There are snacks coming. The client to the potential client or client, when you share more of who you are, what's possible?
Well, they can see that they can do it too. Like if I could do it, they could do it. And, you know, in some cases, like it doesn't have to be that hard.
Yeah.
I have found a lot more joy in just being than trying to follow all of the rules.
Yeah. And when you direct yourself into what's best for the client, then they feel a little less alone.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
And it keeps you out of your own drama.
Yes.
When you're directing your brain to something that is beneficial to someone else, your brain can't experience the fear of putting yourself out there. That's what I've experienced and what.
That makes sense. Yes.
Okay. So what else is possible when you share a piece of yourself?
Well, ideally, I would love to encourage other people to step up to the plate and do things like creating journals and stuff. And that's then just going to cause yet another ripple effect to like the people in their world, in their life. And that's really cool.
But also when you're putting your mind on the potential client and inspiring them to do something, your brain goes into relaxation and not into fear. And then you get to step in further into who you are. So you can take like the next step. So what would the next step be? Already who you are, possible.
I guess, would it be making an offer? Yes, I guess so. I mean, I don't, yeah.
Okay. So then you make an offer. And do you notice they're coming closer? They're very happy, but they're taking steps closer. So maybe we need to talk more about your offer.
Okay.
Make an offer. Make them an offer.
Make them an, guys, you want to create your own journal? You guys don't need help expressing your own inner wisdom. They already do that on their own.
Okay, but how about that? These horses have so much wisdom.
Yes.
Very similar to the client. So how are these horses like your ideal client?
Well, you have so much wisdom to share that can impact so many different people. And there's easy ways to be able to share that wisdom.
I have so many goosebumps.
Through creating journals, card decks, whatever, and like really like spreading your message far and wide without getting burned out, and supporting the clients that you already have. Like they'd have access to you essentially 24/7 without having you.
I have a question about the words. These guys don't have verbal language.
Right.
What would you do to a potential client who didn't have the verbal language? That they have the wisdom, but they don't know how to put it in words. What would you do?
Oh, we would work on that. We would do a session and like get into a meditative state and see what's poured out, because I've done that myself, where I've done that and then I've gone, oh my God, I wrote an entire deck. And I'm not really a writer. I'm more of an artist. So I feel like if I could do it, anybody else can do it too.
Okay, and what he touched, Hoorah touched as soon as you said I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
He touched that. That tells me that maybe that's people, and they're walking away. They don't believe you.
Oh, they think I am a writer?
See, are you a writer?
I am a writer. I mean, I guess technically I am. That's true. I write all the time in social media posts. Oh, that's just a belief. I think it has to be more like concrete, like a book with all the proper things, which is totally stupid because it's, Like, it's just transferring what I did in the art realm over to the writing realm idea.
So how else are you a writer? He's still doing it.
I write meditations.
Okay.
I create and write meditations.
So when you're working with the ideal, how are you helping Hoorah and Brandy bring their deck together? What are you offering them? What do they need?
They need guidance, support, cheerleading.
Are you sure? They're like,
apparently not. I don't know, guys. What do you need?
Well, I think what they're trying to say is that you're more than a cheerleader.
Oh, okay.
That's just
I can pull things out of people.
They're like, see ya, you're not a cheerleader. I mean, I've listened to that entire paragraph. Did you guys hear cheerleader in there?
No.
I mean, I was a cheerleader. I'm good with cheerleading, but that's not who you are.
I mean, you saw me do it the other day to somebody. I just like pulled it right out of them.
Yep.
I don't know. What would you refer to that as? A guide? A
conduit?
Conduit. Compass.
Oh. You said conduit? And he's
conduit.
Like, yep. So now Hoorah is pointing towards you. He's very interested in you again.
Compass? No, we like conduit. Okay. Yeah, I'm the conduit to helping them birth the vision into reality.
Beautiful. And does it feel like, how does it feel? You know, you were talking before about ease. What's the opposite of ease? Is stress, or what would you say that?
Struggle.
Struggle. Okay. So I think I can't remember the words you used about when you were saying you weren't a writer and all that. Was there a word like struggle?
I just wasn't claiming it. I feel like
so let's
like,
talk about ease.
Yeah.
What happens when you're
Oh, no, I know what it is.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So when writing comes easefully, I'm just being me and doing it through like meditation or guidance or just like what I feel like sharing versus trying to follow rules.
Okay. So what if all those words on that paragraph is just exactly boiled down to what you just said? Can you step into that?
What did I just say? Hang on a second.
You said meditation and you just
being present, getting present and being in the moment to receive the information versus trying to follow a structure.
And he's looking at you again. Do you see how he's like he gets curious about you when you are there?
Okay.
So guess what he is?
He's my conduit.
And he's your client.
And he's
getting curious every time you go like this. You take a little tiny step forward. You're like, this is who I am. And then he's like, ooh. And that's what happens with clients, is that they get a little curious when you become closer and closer to the full expression of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're stepping into like the light, or I don't know what you would call it. I want to say stepping into the light, but that's not what I mean. I mean stepping into who you are, but people are viewing you.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Stepping onto the stage.
The stage. There you go. You're stepping onto
center stage.
You're stepping onto a stage.
It's hilarious that I used to be a scenic designer.
Oh my goodness, that's right. So Jenn used to be a scenic designer. So she's stepping onto her scenic design stage as who you really are. Not a scenic designer, but as a conduit for
creation.
Art to come through you in creation.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you do that, the ideal clients get curious. So let's go. Do you want to go there?
Yeah.
Go there.
Okay. Wait, I'm going over to them?
No. I mean, go there. I was pointing to them, but I meant go to what else you can do to get ideal clients curious. Not to get them, but to like be who you are and see. We'll see. Oh, there you go. That. What were you just thinking?
What was I thinking? Hang on. Sorry, you can edit that out.
That's okay. We don't mind the S-bombs. What is happening?
It was like the thought was like coming in and it wasn't even like there yet.
Okay.
Oh, which is in and of itself, right? That's how like the ideas come into me.
Yeah.
It's like so fast. Oh, and he's sitting. Oh my God. I've never seen them do that before.
That's so cute.
All right, hang on a second. I'm going to go back to that. Ask me the question again.
What do you do to, I said get the clients curious, but then I changed it to to be who you are so clients become curious. Because you're not getting anybody to do anything. They're just becoming curious.
I'm going to show them.
You're going to show them who you are.
Yeah, but I'm going
to
show them that they can too.
By showing them who you are, because he's coming.
Yes, just like I did the other day. When somebody asked me a question, it was like rapid fire. This is how you do it.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be hard. You're just, your brain just is making
it. Was kind of like a very, very fast, rapid brainstorm. Like that didn't come into me for that person. Like, because she asked like it came in so fast, like my brain didn't think of that idea for her. Like I just pulled that out.
Yeah. And so just so you all know what happened over there, when Hoorah lays down or sits down, which we've never seen before, when he lays down, it's because he feels so safe with the energy that's around him. Because they're flight animals, they cannot run when they're laying down. So when Jenn is having thoughts about showing who she really is, that is the true energy that you can trust.
Yes, I'd like to just point out that technically was an unknown thought because it hadn't fully formed yet, and he already grabbed it before me, which is technically how my best ideas work.
There you go. I love that.
And be comfortable in the unknown.
And what do you think was going on when he was sitting?
I've never seen them do that before, so I'm not sure. What was I talking about when he was sitting? I was trying to process what was happening. Like, come on, you got this.
So sometimes when they do things that are really stand out, sometimes they'll like stretch their neck up to a tree. They really want you to see the thing.
Okay.
And what was the thing? You had a statement before where you were like, I don't know what it was. What was it?
It was, thank God we have video. It was about the unknown. That's how I know I'm in the present moment too.
Yes.
When you're in the present moment, you can receive the information with like ease and grace and like no struggle. There's no barrier.
And you said something like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was thinking. Like the thought hadn't fully formed yet. Yeah.
So your thought hadn't formed, and I don't know what I was thinking. And he's trying to make you really remember that it doesn't fucking matter.
Right. I don't have to actually think everything through.
Yeah, I think the idea,
I just have to come from
stop thinking and
stop thinking.
Yeah. Because if you need to have the thought, you stop and you wait for the thing to happen.
Yeah.
Versus what you did when I was witnessing you on that experience where you just rapid fire. You were talking about the rapid fire and how you got that woman to a place of knowing how to create her journal.
Yeah.
And there was no effort, there was no thought. And I think that's what he was trying to show you by sitting.
Yes. I even wrapped right back around because I was like, no, we're not done yet. Like, we're not complete. And I just hit her with the, like, this is how it's going to impact people. Like, that did not come from me. It was just so fast.
So thoughts do not come from you. That's so beautiful. The process doesn't come from you. So, but tell me where I'm wrong here. You're spending a lot of time trying to make it come from you.
Yes. All right, we're going to let go of that. It's going to show up impromptu places, and I don't know, maybe I need to randomly like have people like fire some questions at me that I just kind of like channel out the answer.
So what I witnessed on that, we were on like a networking call where there was like all these random people. I didn't know anybody, and she probably knew some people, and she just like had this experience. What if you could take that experience and just move it to like public social media? You invite people to come witness your work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could do that. That would be fun. I mean, that was really fun that happened the other day.
Yeah.
Somebody thought they couldn't create a journal, and I like threw it right back in like 2 seconds that she totally had one right in her and like how to pull it out, which was really cool because like I wasn't planning that to happen. It just happened.
Yeah.
And it was really fun.
Yeah. And I love how the horses are like right here showing you that that's actually the path. Like sometimes we cannot make up the path. Like if I tried to like make something happen, I don't know that I could make, like there's certain things that happen in my business that if I tried to plan it out, it would never work that way. Like I would be forcing it to happen but really it's power, not force. So I like actually ask myself that question, is this feel like power or does this feel like force? And when I know the answer is force, I don't do that. But if I know it's coming from power, then it's probably the thing I want to do. So for example, the people that are here, I could not have fathomed that. There's a new person here that just showed up. I wouldn't have known that a new person could show up after we started and find the paddock that we're in. Like, I can't force that to happen, right? But right there, is that Mara?
Yeah, that's Mara.
No, I know, but you weren't here when we first started. Sorry, I'm in my zone here. I wasn't paying attention, but I would not fathom that you could figure out where to come, and I couldn't have forced this to happen. And I have 3 people I'm pretty sure are from Massachusetts, right? Yeah. So could I have, like, if I had tried to orchestrate that, I don't think that would have happened.
Right. Right.
So to me, I'm not forcing that to happen. I'm actually just getting out of the way, right? Of allowing whoever is meant to be here is meant to be here. I get to do my action in the world. I will put a post on social media.
Right.
I will whatever. And I will offer people to witness this is actually me doing exactly what I just realized that now. I'm like, oh, come let people have an experience with your work.
Well, it's interesting that what you're saying, because the person that I made her realize that she could create a journal to benefit people if she wanted to isn't a typical one that I normally think of.
Yeah, because she's not a coach, right? Is that what
she's not a coach, and they go beyond coaches, but like hers is such a niche specific thing.
Yeah. But that's
it was so beautiful that I was just like, holy crap, like anything is possible. Like anything really can be a thing as long as the intention and desire to do good with it is behind it, or like what your intention and desire, like usually it's people, I do it because I get to serve people and those people get to serve people, and it causes a ripple effect of serving people.
So what is in common with her work that's also in common with the people that you had initially? They were coaches and healers, right?
She's empowering people to see who they are, just a very different way.
So what does an oracle deck do?
An oracle deck is a tool that empowers you to gain your own wisdom and insights and have realizations. Or journal.
An oracle deck also is a tool to empower you to see who you really are, which is exactly what she does. Do you see how if you had that as your like filter for a best client?
Yeah.
How does that expand the number of people?
I mean, it feels like it would expand it a whole lot because so many people want to do that.
So it opens up possibility for you.
Yes.
And Brandy is like, yep.
I'm just chowing down.
I was distracted by something. I don't know what. Do you know what time it is?
10:26.
So is there anything else that you feel like if you left this paddock and I was like, your action step is to go step into who you are. Do you feel ready, or is there anything else?
Well, I feel good about that. I have to share. What is he doing?
He just touched the same place she's been touching the whole time.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what's behind
it's a little scary to like put it all out there.
You don't have to coach please me.
No, I know. No, but she's showing me that there's still like a little part of me that's like, you're not allowed to be seen for as big as you are. You're not allowed to take center stage.
Okay, so who is not allowing you?
Past stuff.
Who?
Past stories, things, my own.
So it's you.
Yeah, my own comfort level. I mean, I literally was a scenic designer. My job was behind the scenes, not to be on stage.
Yeah.
Although I have been on stage front and center at points too, which was a very big step for me. Oh, wait a minute, guys. So if I did that, I could do anything, right? When I did that pole competition.
Yes, I was like, that's probably one of the most fabulous photos I've ever seen.
I mean, if I did that,
dancing and has like she did pole dancing competitions. I don't know where in the world you could be more seen than strapping yourself to a pole.
And feeling like don't lose your grip or you're going to die.
But also getting yourself so strong that you could do it.
Yes.
That's not an easy thing. People just don't hang out on poles.
No, it was not an easy feat.
So what did you do in the pole competition to get yourself up on that stage?
Oh my God.
That you're not doing over here?
Hilarious. So when I competed for the first time, I set the goal of, I didn't care if I won a medal or anything, and I was competing with a lot of people with way more experience than me. My goal was, if I could get on stage and get into the zone that I get when I'm painting, then I did my job.
Okay. So
and ironically, I felt better about that performance than when I competed again and actually won a medal.
Okay. So, but here's the interesting thing that was interesting to me, was you said, I didn't care about the winning. I didn't care about what anybody thought. I just let that go. And what was your, do you remember that piece?
Yeah.
How can you do that with this, stepping into this version of you?
Yeah. I let go of all expectations of the outcome. And like, my only goal was, if I can get through this and get through this whole number and feel like I've lost all sense of space and time in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then I did exactly what I wanted to do. It was for me.
Can you apply that to this experience of stepping into this? Because like you literally, you just literally, you know already how to do it. You just need to apply it to your artwork.
So
you could just let go of all the expectations of yourself and of a client, potential client.
Right.
Attach and detach at the same time. So you're attaching by setting the intention. You're detaching by letting go of all the, it has to be this way, or it has to be perfect.
Just trusting and getting into that present moment space.
Yeah. Is that where you were? Were you in the present moment when you were competing?
Yeah, I would say so. Because I like literally got off stage and I was like, did I do everything? Like, I had no idea what I did.
And that sounds very similar to how you described when you're creating art, and why Hoorah was sitting down over there. Yeah. Because you didn't even have the thought yet. It was just still forming. Yeah. And he's like, actually, that's where the juice is. Because he wanted you to know that. Yeah. So when you leave this paddock, are you willing to ask somebody to get on either a recorded or a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live or whatever you want to do, however you want it to be, to do the rapid fire questions to help people understand the work that you do? Yes.
Do you want to be my guinea pig?
Of course. Look, I don't see anybody touching their little vulnerable thing. That tells me good. And they're all eating and they're
I think that would be fun, actually. And also, like, because I like, well, of course I like doing that, because we were co-creating on the call the other day, even though that wasn't like my actual intention. Like, because I didn't know what was going to happen or who was going to ask me things. So
I do something scary every day. Going to be my scary thing. I'm going to let you help me go through my oracle deck for the horses, which is so funny that we were
okay.
I'm going to let you help me get the words out.
Okay.
And we'll do it online, and everybody will get to see. And then they're going to be because what are you doing when you're doing that? You're actually creating curiosity in other people that might want to create their own oracle decks.
Yes. Well, it's more fun. And also, like, it's certainly a way to stand out. Not that they're, but like, nobody's doing that I'm aware of in that way.
It's going to be so fun.
It's more fun because co-creating
is the whole thing.
Is fun.
So can you go back to your mission of your company is?
The mission is
soul, I'm trying to remember the words.
Oh, it's
art expressions that nourish
art
your soul.
Experiences that nourish your soul.
Beautiful. So we will just create that in a beautiful fun Facebook Live, and we can do it create one oracle card at a time.
Yep. It's not going to be one oracle card at a time. We're going to dump the whole deck. It's fine.
All right. I'm very excited because I just meant you could do a series of...
Oh, yes.
We could do the whole thing, but
I got ahead of myself.
I just helped you step into yourself.
Yes.
By volunteering to be your guinea pig. Yep. And you're going to help me. And that's a co-creation. This is so fun. Okay.
This is a co-creation. Yes.
All right. So is there anything else that's stopping you from leaving this paddock and making that plan?
No, because I already made the plan. Because I'm making you do it with me.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so is it okay if we...
I do feel complete. Yeah, feel more than complete.
Okay, so
I'm excited, actually.
I'm curious if anybody has any... This is a good time to do questions and answers. And what did you think? And did you see? What did you notice? You can keep filming. I can always... If you guys are comfortable with that, if you want to ask questions and you don't want it, either I can cut it out later or you can just stop the video. It doesn't matter to me. So you're volunteering to be on the Zooms?
Oh, cute.
So there, you got 2 volunteers.
Okay.
Beautiful. Sure.
It's more fun than volunteering for Hunger Games, though. This is fun volunteering.
I would agree. Does anybody have any questions about what you saw or noticed? Or
it was awesome. I think you're very vulnerable to allow us to witness your session. That takes a lot of vulnerability.
My pleasure.
Let people watch your business and coach. Thanks for letting us.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, and you notice the horses gave that biofeedback that she was in a vulnerable place. That gives me an indication of like, do I want to check in or do I want to because she could totally be like, you know what, that's not where I want to go. I want to go somewhere else, and that was available to her too.
I don't know. I believe that me doing that. Oh, well, this is the same thing, right? By me doing that, I benefit always from seeing other people talk about not only their wins, but their challenges. And I'm like, oh, well, shit, if they could do it, I could do it. They're a little ahead of me. Oh no, they're at the same place as me. Okay, we could do it together. And I guess technically that's the same of creating products and everything else.
Yeah, because your client, so you can step into what your client might experience. It's a vulnerable place to be.
Yeah.
And when you understand how vulnerable your clients can be, then it's kind of easier for you to help them actually get their work into the world.
But I also know that, even though there could be bumps along the way of creating a product, I know the feeling of having that thing in your hand and having full control over it. So I turned down a publishing deal to do my own stuff my way.
Yes.
I mean, and now I get to help again. People too. That was a big deal to turn down a publishing deal by one of the top deck companies in the country.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was worth more than what they were offering me. And
isn't that the truth?
It was the truth. It was before COVID happened.
No, I'm just saying
put a wrench in things.
They gave you truth feedback.
Yeah, I knew I was worth more than what they were offering. But the feeling of having something that you created in your hand is so powerful. It's so incredible and never gets old. I've done now multiple projects for myself and for clients, and it's just amazing every time.
Beautiful. I just want to point out that when you said that you turned down that book deal because you were worth more,
yeah,
here he comes.
Hi.
He went and scratched his head onto the fence, which was him reflecting, caring for himself, caring for yourself, that you turning down something that wasn't serving you was actually you caring for yourself. So I just wanted to point that. I know you couldn't see it on the video, but
thank you.
Their feedback is immediate and awesome.
Oh, wait, no, that one's Brandy. That one's Hurrah.
What's that? Oh yeah, that's Brandy. That's Hurrah. She's like,
I'm sorry, I called you the wrong names.
Like, do you not know my name?
Sorry.
They need to be next to each other. So she's running across the field to be with him, which is so cute. Okay, so I can share do you have any other questions or anything else that you want to reflect back to Jen? That would be.
Can you just explain the shamanism? Are you hearing their thoughts? Or are you just reading their body language? How does the shamanism play in your work?
So when I work with people, I do a blend of shamanic work. I do of shamanic Reiki, of business coaching, and life coaching. Sorry, what else do I do? Drink of water and marketing. And so today was business coaching with the horses. So I would say that there wasn't a shamanic ritual or anything that we were really doing, but I read the horses' biofeedback, but I also hear words. I hear words. I hear words come in to help guide my questions. So like sometimes I'm not actually kind of like what she was saying.
I was like,
I don't
wait
know
a
what
minute,
the question
that's
is.
what
It
I
just
did.
comes through me, and then I'm like, oh, did I just ask that? Is that the right question? But it's not my job to doubt the question. It's just to sort of get out of my own way and let that come through. So that's part of it. I think the whole co-creation is a shamanic practice, like the fact that people are here getting feedback from an animal.